Today's topic, A$AP Rocky. Now, if you aren't familiar, the rapper was in Sweden for a concert, and then he got into an altercation with somebody and ended up spending 2 weeks in jail.
Free my dude ASAP!
I'm going to play the video right now for you guys so you guys can get caught up. Essentially, what ended up happening was that he was being followed by somebody, and then eventually that person assaulted his bouncer with his headphone and kind of punched him with this. It broke. So this guy started to follow the group for a while, asking for compensation for the headphones. Eventually, A$AP and his crew got tired. They took the kid and they stomped this nigga out. Now, there's been an uproar. All kinds of celebrities have been canceling their concerts in Sweden. People are saying, I'm never going to go there. People are asking for A$AP Rocky to be freed. Right now, the prosecution in Sweden is holding him for 2 weeks to determine if they're going to charge him. There's been a lot of outrage. People are saying, yo, free this man, all this stuff. Preach, what are your thoughts? I'll let you go.
You have to be held accountable for what you did. How do you have that much money? You stump a motherfucker out yourself. How?
I think the A$AP Rocky incident has taught me a few things.
Taught you a few things.
It's taught me...
Don't beat motherfuckers when you're not in your country. Don't meet motherfuckers when you're in your country. How about don't beat motherfuckers?
For sure. Those are
You want to go deeper than that?
Yes. What people deserve is irrelevant when it comes to matters of the law. O.J. Simpson killed 2 people. He deserves to be dead. Instead, he's a free man. There's plenty of people who are guilty and who deserve beatings, who deserve murders, who deserve death, who deserve all kinds of different things. But it doesn't mean that you as an individual can willy-nilly give people that sense of justice. It's not because OJ did those things that we can now kill him legally. Same way, it's not because A$AP was getting harassed that you can therefore jump a man with 5 people. And I'm not saying that person didn't instigate the situation. They 100% did. But even if they instigated the situation, the earlier fight is irrelevant to what happened ever, because there was a 10-minute displacement from that first fight until when the fight happened afterwards. They were talking at that point. He was constantly telling them, stop following. He was trying to de-escalate. They were talking, and then 5 of them jumped him. You cannot do that.
At this point, you just...
And so I'm saying, did he deserve the beating? Fuck yeah. Ain't nobody here gonna feel sympathy for that guy. I don't give a fuck about him. What I'm telling you is that I still know that that's illegal. There's people who get famous and think that they're still insulated from consequence for what they do. If anything, you're actually more under the magnifying glass. Some niggas, they make it to really far in life and they think they can still act like street niggas. You're not real, you're real dumb. That's what it is. People want to bring up other stuff like, oh, I heard that guy assaulted other women earlier. That other shit has nothing to do with this. We have to stay on point. And for all the people saying free him, this is unfair. Listen, he broke the law.
It's not
you cannot stomp somebody out. The same way here in America, it doesn't matter how long paparazzi films you or takes flash of you, you're not allowed to hit him. You know what happens if you do in America? You go to jail. And I don't want him to be free because he's A$AP Rocky, because then what does that say about our justice system? That just because you're famous, you have power and privilege? It's already that way, and I agree, but we should be fighting against that, not encouraging it because we like A$AP.
So you shouldn't be freed ASAP. Get it? ASAP. Freed ASAP.
That's pretty good. The second thing I learned from all this is you have to learn how to act when you travel. I've traveled probably 1/3 of my life. All right. I've been on the road for 7 years straight. I know what it's like to be in different countries, and I've never, not once, been arrested. Why? Because I know how to navigate a different country and understand that I'm a visitor here. A lot of those safety and security blankets that apply to citizens don't apply to me. Even when I'm in the States, you guys saw my video about the sleepover, right?
Yo.
I had that woman.
That would have been a wrap.
Right?
Bro,
she instigated. She instigated. She hit me.
If you would even put your hands on her, even though she put her hands on you, and she just was yelling all sorts of, and she was being unreasonable, bruv. If you would have you would have screamed at her, it would have been a problem. You are not in your country, and you're a black man. You're gonna go and beat a person? That's a lot of balls.
So that's what I'm saying.
The privilege got into you.
The reason why I'm making this is not because I want A$AP to be in jails. I want people to understand that when you're traveling, especially Americans. So I want people to travel safely. If you think you can act the way you act in New York or in your hood or wherever the fuck you're from, when you're in Saudi Arabia, when you're in fucking Denmark, when you're in different parts of Africa, boo-boo, you can talk to cops in America. You can't talk to cops and military personnel in Africa. I learned that shit real quick because niggas will shoot you. They don't give a fuck.
Basically, when you're traveling, you're on probation.
Exactly.
You're on probation. You don't have a slip. You don't come from them. They're gonna try to get at you and take whatever you got.
100%.
You're on probation. There's no first strikes or whatever, whatnot. You're not from there.
Yeah.
They don't like you. Okay. You're on probation. Be safe. Walk the line, motherfucker.
Not only are you a target, but your laws from where you're from don't apply in that country you're from. In Canada, weed is legal. In other places, it can get you the death penalty. Am I going to go to a foreign country and start smoking weed like a goofball?
You can light a doobie here. Go to Malaysia, light a doobie, see what happens.
The
You know you
consequences.
can get a death penalty.
Yeah, there's places with zero tolerance. All the black people saying, hey, well, he said fuck Black Lives Matter and this and that. Y'all want to be petty. Y'all want to be like, yo, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? He can't understand in my situation being poor and then being black. Well, I can't understand his situation of being arrested in Sweden while on tour. Fuck that nigga. If you don't want to feel sympathy for him for that, that's your choice. Me personally, regardless of what his views are on Black Lives Matter, on people going through it in Ferguson, that's irrelevant to me. I just want to look at the facts of the situation and be like, this is what should be the logical steps to take. Now, if you're asking me, am I happy he made those comments? Personally, not really. It makes me less empathetic to him on a personal level, but it doesn't change the fact that how I want the law being applied. A$AP Rocky also has a history of getting himself into situations like this in foreign countries.
What's good? I don't give a fuck, nigga. What's up?
Sweden, London,
Canada.
Italy, Canada, with different people.
And the third thing that I learned, all you people who are out there thinking, saying, free A$AP, free, you think you're helping him, but you're actually doing the opposite. He's someone who has a history of going to foreign countries and acting a fool. That is his history. It's
What we're gonna do? Act the fool, acting like Ludacris up in this shit.
Yeah, right? It's cost him millions right now. He's losing millions because he can't be on tour. And if you guys don't let him really learn his lessons, he's going to lose further millions down the line. And so what I hope for the brother is that he recognizes that he has to be smarter. He has to move in more intelligent ways. And I want him to set a better example, because at the end of the day, I want young black brothers to also realize that when you are traveling, you are seen a certain type of way. So you have to act smart when you travel. I know what it's like when I'm in certain countries and I'm a black man. I know. So I act accordingly.
Wait.
And I know it's unfair. I'm not saying it's not fair.
And we're not saying it's right either.
But you have to move smart, because at the end of the day, you a nigga. You never gonna get what you deserve. You just gonna get what life gives you. So you gotta be smart and work with that. And look, if for the white people who don't get it, like if you're a white male, for example, you know what it's like to walk behind a woman late at night. You know that she's scared of you, even though you didn't do shit. You know she's scared. Sometimes people just view you a certain type of way. And so as a black person, you get that a lot. Like when you go to Arab countries, for example, in certain Arab countries, you can feel like a dislike for dark-skinned people.
In Russia, it's like that in daylight.
So they're not even waiting at nighttime.
In daylight, they're not gonna be waiting like nighttime to be scared of you. It's daylight. And
I've
they're
had
like,
people
"Whoa."
like spit out my shoes, and I'm like, oh, these four niggas want to start a fight. Now, I could stand my ground. I could do what's just, but I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to make it out of this alive, because I know if they stab me or they murder me in this country, they not going to probably do any jail time. Look at what happened to that nigga in Greece, the black person who fought those Greek people. He died.
Henderson being thrown onto a car, then falling to the ground, taking a beating by the group, kicking and punching him in the face. His friends say he was pummeled with brass knuckles. It all happened in less than 15 seconds.
You know what happened to those Greek guys?
Nothing.
So I'm telling people this not because I think, yo, A$AP, it's good what's happening to you. What I'm trying to say is that there's something to be learned here. You are making a mistake. And if you don't realize that your errors are wrong, if everyone around you's like, yo, free A$AP, he don't deserve this, then you're never going to learn from that mistake.
Where have you been that you felt like who you are?
Like, what do you mean? Like, I could be who I want to be?
No. Where did you travel that you felt like you were black? They made you feel like, okay.
Oh, there's parts of Europe, nigga. There's parts of Europe. Yeah. I've been to parts of Europe where I'm like, okay, I can tell. Oh, I'm not allowed in here. I can't go see what's in. Okay, all right, that's fine. Yeah, you know.
There's part of Abitibi.
Yeah, this nigga making a commitment.
And lastly, A$AP is a public figure. He's out there. That's what he represents. Unfortunately, in the way that it works in the world, he represents black people in a certain way. And that's how people view us. It's fucked up, but it is like that. If you go to Asia, they're gonna view us a certain way because of what we see in the mainstream rap videos and stuff like that. If you go to other countries like that, that's how they view us. So if you act a fool like that in your country that is not yours, and you're a public figure, and you're black, unfortunately, you're gonna represent the whole fucking race. It's fucked
right.
up, but it is like that.
That is how it is.
We unfortunately have the burden of the whole fucking race.
It is what that.
It's whack, super whack. But it's like that.
So you want to fight for justice, you feel free. I'm telling you to do what's smart. Save your money, save your time, save your energy. Yeah, you got to swallow your pride. But I'm not going to lie to you. Your pride is useless.
So don't travel.
Your pride is a useless... No, but your pride is a useless emotion. It's just going to get you in trouble most of the time. So think smart.
Fair.
All right? You want to be proud? And proud and you're proud and you're in jail. Well, listen, now that you're in jail, you're going to be spending a lot of time by yourself. You're going to have a lot of time to praise the Lord.
Stupid.